Hi, Andrea. Milestone 2, task 1. All right, so the word you went with was waiting. So, compose using masks. So you're using a taxi and a model waiting for her, or a model waiting for it, I should say. Feathered your edges so they weren't so sharp. Cut the taxi out of the image and placed it onto the image I took of the model. Resized it to make more realistic and use the blur tool to soften the edges even more. Okay, good. So let's kind of slide up here and take a look at your. First, let's look at your contact sheets here. And it's going to take a second for it to. There we go. All right, so a couple things about contact sheets. Remember, we're looking for some very specific metadata. We need file name and number, date, exposure, flash fire, did not fire, as well as your exposure mode. Other thing is to make sure that you rotate the images the way they were shot so that we don't have to kind of turn our heads to see them. I cover all this in that contact sheet video tutorial I have posted on the homepage, so I would like you to go back and to repost that with all the correct metadata. But looking at the actual images themselves, lighting beautiful, and I think you did a great job of matching up the images of the model with the images of the actual taxi itself, the nighttime shots. So we have the initial taxi, we have the model, then we start working with them in Photoshop, and then let's get back down to the one here where we have our final image here. I'm going to zoom out just a click or two. We can get the entire thing in there. And yeah, I think like I said, the matching up of the light, it works really well because so many times people don't factor in the different lighting conditions of the two different scenes, and you can tell absolutely that, and it sticks out like a sore thumb that there are two different images combined into one. But this, I think you did a fantastic job of not only the quality of the light, but also the color. We can kind of see the image of the taxi, kind of that yellowish, warm feel to it, and so does the model and even the background. So I think it really worked. Only thing that's a little bit out of place is the out of focus taxi and then the sharpness of the street that it's on. If the plane of focus was out of focus here, it would definitely be out of focus here as well. So it's kind of something to keep in mind for next time. Make sure that if you're going to have this out of focus, that this is you can go take it into Photoshop, and you can blur this area here as well. And I think that would make a little bit more sense in terms of how come this is out of focus where this is tack sharp. But all in all, I think you did a great job, especially working with the phrase. And yeah, waiting. It's a very literal translation here, but I think it works. So all in all, good job. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate shooting me an email.